Welcome to One Piece Chapter 1149. We last left off with Scopper Gibbon basically striking Saint Summers, and here we have him tumbling back, shouting, "Who is that?" Everyone, all the Straw Hats here, Nami, Jinbei, Usopp, Robin, and Brook are all shocked. The Pirate King's left hand emerges from nowhere. Saint Summers, Usopp's like, "Why did that work? What did you do?" And then Scopper's like, "I'm rusty." And Scopper spins his axe, head straight. Oh, dude, this is a sick panel. I got it. You got to see this up close. Starts heading straight for Summers. Summers does a briar barrier. The thorns come up from the ground, blocks his attack. Saint Summers is getting frustrated. He's huffing. He's like, "Mountain Eater, why are you on Elbeth?" And we got the eyes looking right here, the teacher look. "Nothing wrong with a serious talk, right?" "Nuh-huh." And then we just they start fighting. "You met him at the castle." Yeah, Luffy and Zoro were totally overwhelmed by him. "He's the father of Colin, the kid we met at the school." Okay, Nami's kind of explained, like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna catch you guys up on what's happening." "That old man?" "Unless I misheard. He said he's Scopper Gibbon." "Whoa, he's equal to Rayleigh. He's left hand of the Pirate King. That sort of person is in the land of the giants?" And then Chopper still hiding in Saul's beard. "The attacks are really having an impact. How come?" Robin trying to break free from the thorns. "I can't budge, but I can use my powers to assist you." "Stop it, Robin. His iron thorns are a terrible matchup for your hand-to-hand combat style." And then Saint Summers kind of shouts to the rooftops, "Thorn Rush and Hell of Crimson Lotus!" He basically creates spikes off the ground, and then thorns start to encroach on Scopper. "There isn't anything a square inch for you to stand on." "Futenraku." Oh, this is Scopper just keep in mind he can't regenerate. What's happening? Oh my god, just shing. "I'm in a hurry, you know." "Oh, come on." He's like, "Whoops, that was close." "What?" And then wait up, Colin. You know what? Look, I love it when One Piece does stuff like this, where it's like, the left hand is about to face off against a god knight, and then just, he's like, "I'm in a rush," slices him in half, and just starts sprinting away. And all the Straw Hats are like, "You're just leaving us like this? You're just leaving?" Absolutely incredible. "He took him out." And then Chopper transforms. "Chopper, where are you going? It hurts." "How was he able to cut someone who's immortal? This could be critical information." Chopper's gonna chase after him. He's like, "Let us know." Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Killum is like, "Oh, we're done." Yeah, there's the library going up in flames. Agnes is kind of staring, crying. "This should be good." "I understand you did all you can. That's enough, all right? That's all enough. As for over there, I'll deal with that." And there's like a little house thing in the tree, and then he just has like a fire arrow, shoots it. Agnes starts to cry and bawl even more. "Oh, wow, it's real burning." Then Robin sees the library. It's burning. Saul's still on the floor. She starts to, looks like she's maybe starting to cry. "It's not your fault, Jarl, Chief Jarl. The words of our ancestors are history itself." "This is Quillum. Ignition is complete." "Withdraw, child. Is it so hard to show a little joy?" And then she's like, "I'm sorry, man. I'm super sorry for being alive. It's all my fault that everything is burning. Stop it, Rania. I'm sorry. That's not..." And then we have all the parents like, and the guy's like, "That's not true, Rania. Culture, history, children, even military might. You lot have no right to take that away." He starts to run straight for Gunko. "The Pirate King crew. You do know resisting means the hostages will die, right?" "Hey, it's Yasun. Colin, Yasun is here, huh? He's come to rescue us." "Don't give it away, Colin." He's like, "Shut up." "Dad!" That's my dad, everyone. Oh my god. This is such a great panel, even though it like means death for Colin. It's just such a great panel. I was like, guys, that's my dad. My dad is stronger than everyone else. He'll save everyone. Hooray! And then Gunko's like, Colin, you said. And then we see immediately, Gabon is like, oh, you don't look at my son that way. I'm gonna mess with you. And then he starts, he's slashing the chains, or no, he's slashing the actual arrow itself. And then Gunko immediately goes straight for Colin. Get off of me! Challenging me means only one thing. This is my last chance. If I act now, the fires can be put out. The kids can be rescued and Nelbath will be saved. It'll have to be done in an instant. Colin, just give me 1 second. Hold on. You're a strong kid. Got it, Dad. I'm a warrior. Please defeat her. Just pay her with the wounds for now. I'll save you. A life taken cannot be returned. Colin, he's our child, Yasan. He's such a big cutie. Thank you for giving him life, Ripley. This is a treasure of a lifetime. Oh man, we're seeing this wonderful backstory. Ella, Gabon is just like, here's my baby son's head. So massive. Colin, please be okay. And then, oh, she's stabbing into Colin. Oh my God, I just saw the next panel. As she's stabbing into Colin, we have this incredible anger coming from Gabon. If I can't stop her here, this tragedy will worsen. And then she pierces right through. Oh, no, observation hockey. He sees her piercing all the way through Colin's neck. We hear Colin saying, I can take it. Gabon says, Colin, please stop. I give up. He drops his axe, raises his hands up in the air. She let go. I'm sorry, Elbath. And then Gunko points at Gabon, such a weak being, and fires 2 arrows at Scopper. I'm sorry, Colin. It must have hurt real bad. Sorry. And then Colin is like in shock. Dad? And then he's just bawling out. Chopper is arriving. Daddy, Yasan, Father. Whoa. Hold on a second. Hold on, you can't. Hold on a second. You can't just do this to us. Gunko gets a memory, Father. What? And she's like, what is this memory? Yo! You see, my dream is to be a pirate. Oh my God. Okay, hold on a second. What the hell is going on in One Piece? Okay, they do look alike. We've got to think of an escape plan. My apologies. And then, oh my God, I can't believe I'm even saying that. Gunko is like, Brooke? Is that you, Brooke? And she is running. Her eyes have changed a different color. Summer's like, what is this commotion? Great Emu. The Holy Land is currently in the Sea of Flames. Thou seem to require additional military force. What is this person? Her face has gone all scary. Mu will show thee the domination of God. I'm just gonna go in this corner here. What the fuck? Okay, let's... what do I even say? So, okay, let's just go through what's happening. First off, yes, Summers is not dead. Gabon has been able to split him in half, so he is probably right now not incapacitated, but he can't really do much, potentially. We'll see. We have this really amazing moment where not only do we see a wonderful moment of how much Colin means to Gabon, but we also see him using observation hockey to see that Gunko does actually end up killing Colin, and he's like, nah, I'm not having any of that. I'm just going to give up, and sacrifices himself for Colin. Now, obviously, I don't think that's the end. In fact, we do see a moment where he is falling down into the underworld, which perfectly allows Gabon to hook up with Loki, Luffy, and the crew downstairs. to tell him like, hey, we got to get back up to save everyone. And he's also probably one of the people who actually knows the real truth about what happened on Elbath, between, Loki and Haruden and King Harold. So definitely looking forward to that. We also have Chopper here. His last panel on the page was him being upset. So most likely Chopper is going to save Gabon. Maybe. We'll see, because we cut from there to this moment where Colin is crying out for his dad, and it is triggering Gunko in a way that I just never expected. Now, there were quite a few people in the One Piece manga community that was mentioning that, Gunko is just a huge fan of Brook because she was listening to New World a few chapters back. But in fact, she's more than a fan. Seemingly, she's his daughter. And specifically, she says, "You see, my dream is to be a pirate." Now, part of me is like, is that Gunko? Or is that Brook saying? We know that Brook does want to be a pirate, right? He becomes part of the Rumbar Pirates. But the thing, and he does say, yo-ho-ho! But the thing I want to point out specifically is that the way this flashback starts is by her saying father in the specific dialogue box, right? In these specific dialogue boxes, she shouts out father. But then we cut to Brook's panel, where I think it's making us imply that, it is Brook saying these yo-ho-ho and you see my dreams become pirate. And I think this is actually the reverse. She is telling Brook this, and her laugh is yo-ho-ho, which is where Brook gets, sometimes you will have your parents laugh, right? So I think that's what she is being of her initial dream to become a pirate to her father. This is very fascinating. Oh my God. And so she kind of wakes up. The issue is that we have someone, and it's probably Usopp because of how squiggly the line is, they really do look alike. I am not sure who is saying that. Is that really Usopp? Because she is having this eternal monologue with herself about these flashbacks about her father. And then we cut to another panel where Brook is like, my apologies. And we have Gunko going, Brook, in her memories, and then saying, is that you, Brook, out loud? But right at that moment, Imu takes control of her. Is that we see Gunko's hair start to flow in this panel. Mu will show thee the domination of God. Oda is definitely cooking with this, because I'm not quite sure where we're going to go from here. Imu has literally just assumed direct control over Gunko, and I am going to assume at this point that Gunko's abilities are going to amplify by hundreds, if not thousands of times, as we get just a glimpse of the power that Imu possesses. And the fact that Gunko is over 60, 70 years old, right? You think about her as a child in this flashback. We think about that Brook died over 50-ish years ago. She's probably in her early 20s or late teens. So this is insane. Man, the implications of what this could mean for this series. I thought this was going to be the craziest, most insane thing that happened this chapter. And then I was like, nah, man, this has got to be the most insane chapter. Her being the daughter to Brook. And then I was like, oh no, Imu taking direct control over a God Knight. That is the most insane thing I've seen this chapter. I can't, it's, anytime you tell yourself, it's not Final Saga, then we see chapters like this and we're like, okay, it's Final Saga, the absolute peak. Keep on going, Oda. You are cooking. I am so excited. Hey, thank you all so much for taking time to watch me react to One Piece chapter 1149. Doesn't seem like there's a break week next week, so I'm so excited to read more. I also have, hey, if you want, check out my fan letter reaction. available on the YouTube channel, or it's also free on the Patreon as well, which has an extended cut of the full episode, so you can go ahead and check that out for free over on Patreon. Yeah, absolutely insane. I love this. Thank you all for watching. Come back next week for chapter 1150, as well as my reactions to all the endings of One Piece for the very first time. I've not seen them, so I'll see you there. Goodbye now. Goodbye.